Hey guys, this is Malonb or Malon from Facebook or malonb.etsy.com, and I'm finally able to make another update. I have a couple of items I finished that I want to show you guys. One of the items I've been working on for a long time. I actually do have the pattern here. I believe this may be a paid-for pattern. Actually, I don't remember if it is or not. I haven't gone to update on my Ravelry yet. Or maybe this is a free pattern. I don't know, but again, I haven't gone to update yet on my Ravelry. I don't recall if it is or not. But it is a baby sweater. It's called My Gift to You. So it's probably not a paid for pattern. I don't know how well you can see this since it's in black and white, but that's how it should look. And for mine, I finished knitting it maybe a couple of weeks ago. And I have not gotten around to weaving in the ends yet still, or blocking obviously, and I have not put on the buttons either, but I did finish knitting it, so that's something. This is what mine looks like, and I think I made like the 1 year size. I actually don't even know what size I made it, honestly. I just picked a size that I thought would help me finish up this yarn as much as possible. This is the yarn that I had dyed for before my son was born, specifically for him, or to make him things with. It's just, it's superwash merino. It was this blue and then this speckled yarn as well. And actually I did finish the yarns. I ran out of the blue. My plan was to make the whole bottom and the sleeves in blue, but I ran out of that, so I just used what I had left of that speckled one, and fortunately I had enough to finish it. But anyway, it's like this cream color with speckles, the same blue that the other yarn is dyed in, and the sweater is really cute. It has a really nice patterning to it. You can see a lot better in the blue, but it's very cute. My son is going to be 6 months on the 7th of October, so obviously he's still a little too small for that, but I really don't mind waiting for him to grow into it. Again, this pattern is called My Gift to You. I will be updating my Ravelry with pictures once I get it finished, as in sewing in the ends and then adding the buttons as well. I have no idea what buttons I want to put on it. I don't know. I have to see if I even have any, because for that one you need 4 that are the same. And I honestly don't know if I have 4 that are the same, that are the appropriate size, so I just have to check on that. The other thing I finished that is completely finished is my cardigan. And this was, I think it's called the Boyfriend Cardigan. Yeah, the Boyfriend Cardigan by Ron Strong. And I have the pattern, but I didn't print out the picture part, and I just wrote down the name on it because it didn't come out in mine. But again, I do have a Ravelry for this one as well, of course, a Ravelry page or project page. I did not update this one yet either. I haven't taken pictures of the finished item or myself wearing it, which I hope to do, but once I do that I'll be updating. So for more information, please go check it out. This one is a paper pattern, I believe. And this is how mine turned out. The basic part, or the main part of the sweater, is gray, and I just added rainbow colors at the ends. And obviously you can see I made this in the round. I do have a couple of things I want to change about the sweater, or I guess via the pattern. And it may have been that I changed it up a bit, since via the pattern you work this sweater from the bottom up, which is awesome. Just to let you guys know, I made the stripes here, the color stripes, thicker than what the pattern calls for. I definitely would make them a little smaller or thinner per the pattern. I forgot how much bigger I made them, but I would make them a little thinner. And also the sleeves, as I mentioned, via the pattern, they're not made in the round. You seam them closed, or yeah, you seam them closed. So I would probably, especially with the colors, as you can see, since I did make them in the round, I didn't use any type of jogless striping technique. Obviously, that's why you can see the actual jog here. I probably would make the sleeves in one piece, not in the rounds next time, and also again with the stripes, I would make them thinner, the same thinness I would use for the body of the sweater. And also, again, probably because I made it in the round as opposed to not making it in the round, my sleeves came out a little odd. Like, they taper off really quickly, and it's just a little odd. Maybe you guys can see it. This is a sleeve, right? So you see how quickly it tapers off here, like for that, around the part where it would reach your wrist. So it's like, it goes from thick to thin pretty quickly, especially the part right here. I think that sits a little odd. I don't know, again, I think it's probably me since I made it differently via what the pattern says. So next time I make one, which I will, because actually the body of the sweater especially, it fits me, or it fits in general so great. I really like the fit of it. So I definitely will be making another one. But yeah, for the next one, again, I will be making the sleeves via the pattern as well. But again, I will be updating with pictures. I don't know when I'll have a chance to actually do that. But I'll be updating with pictures on my Ravelry as well. I do have one other, or a couple of other items, which is the same type of item I didn't bring to show you guys because I forgot to. I made a couple of little chew toys type of thing for my son, since he's been putting everything in his mouth lately. He wants to chew on everything, and he's been drooling a lot. I just took some cotton yarn and I made some little circle loops linked together, just so easy for him to grab and really just chew on it. I'll probably take a picture, but again, really simple. I'm pretty sure you guys can figure it out. If I even make any more, which I don't know if I will. If I make any more, I may try to write something down. Actually, that may be a good idea because it will hopefully get me more into the yarn stuff. But yeah, really simple. And that's pretty much all I got done so far. I was thinking of what I want to do next. I have no idea yet. I do have a lot of project pages up with patterns that I wanted to make for my son. And that was when I was choosing what pattern to make before I chose this one. I chose a lot of free one. Oh, it's probably a free one then, because I think I remember choosing a lot of free ones that would just give me something to do. I probably may make some more of those. Again, probably not for this year, winter-wise, but maybe for next year. And I was also remembering, because I completely forgot about it, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention it in any of my last couple of videos. I completely forgot that I was doing the, what was it called? Even choosing one yarn per month, secret yarn or something like that. I forgot, but I put 12 skeins of yarn in little bags for myself before or when the year started, and the point of it was to pick out a yarn every month, whatever yarn it may be, and make something with that yarn. And I completely forgot I had done that. Again, since my son was born, everything just stopped, and again, I forgot about it completely. And obviously have not done anything with that since. But I was thinking, since I'm starting to have a little bit more time for knitting or yarn stuff in general, maybe I'll start doing that again. And when I was doing that in the beginning of the year, what I was doing was I was posting a picture on Instagram and having people or whoever on Instagram just call out a number, and I would choose that number of the bag, that bag with that number on it. Since I numbered them 1 through 12, again, not really knowing what yarn was inside, and that's how I would get my yarn for the month. But since it's been so long since I've done it, I think I'm just gonna choose one randomly, and I have them on a cubby hole here. I will move you guys, but then I don't know if I'll be able to put you back. Let me just choose one. Okay, we got number 12. Since I haven't done this in so long, I'm hoping that it will inspire me to do something. And this probably will be for October, FYI, because it's like the 20-something of September now, and I don't know when I will be having this up, so it may be October already anyway, but this yarn will be for October, number 12. That's so sad. I don't even remember what I called the whole game thing. That's some wool ease. I really like wool ease. This is Malon Brand's Wool Ease Worsted Weight. I like the color lots, and the color is wheat. I like that. Now the question is whether I'm going to be making something for myself or for my son, because you know, I like to make stuff for him, and I haven't been doing much because it's been summer obviously, but now that it's fall and you know winter is coming, I really want to make more stuff for him in general. I have a lot of hats I had made before he was born. I also still have a couple of sweaters, which he is still a little too small for right now, but the next couple of months, again for winter, I'm pretty sure he will be fitting into those, so that's always awesome. I don't know what else I want to make for him. I think I did want to make one thing for him that I want to get done, I guess, sooner than later, and it's not gonna be that big of a deal, so I definitely can do it. Again, he's turning 6 months on the 7th of October, and I know that's not his birthday or anything, but you know, we're gonna do a little kind of celebration for him still, since he's my son. I'm pretty sure he'll be my only one, and I want to spoil him to death already. So I wanted to make him a little gift, probably an amigurumi. I don't really know what it will be. Well, I was thinking maybe a little whale, something like that. Again, something just really easy, something he can grab and chew on, which I'm sure he will. So I'm probably going to do an amigurumi next. And as far as making something for him, something else for him, as far as wearables, he does have tons of hats, again, that I've made before, and I guess since he hasn't worn any due to summer, he definitely will be wearing them more in the coming months. But I still want to make him more hats, just because they're so easy, so quick, and also he'll be adorable in them. Sorry, my phone. So I will be making him a few more hats. There's this one I specifically wanted to make, I think, is the aviator hat, and there's tons of versions, a lot of paid versions as well as free versions, so I don't know which one I will use, but I want to make him an aviator hat. I also want to make him more booties. The booties I've made him also they have been a little too big for him still, but again, winter wise, he definitely will wear them. And I don't know what else I want to make. Definitely hats, amigurumis, and maybe something for myself, especially with knitting wise, because crochet wise is definitely a lot quicker, you know, instant gratification, especially the small projects. So now let me just move into some, I was going to say family time. What I meant was personal or life stuff, or whatever I call it. So what about it? Again, my son is going to be 6 months soon, and it's amazing to me how fast the time has passed. The first few months were pretty hard for me, and while they were happening, they seemed so long and hard. But now, really, like almost 6 months into it, it's amazing. What I tell you, it's reality that it you know, it flies, it passes in the wink of an eye, or whatever they say. It's really how it happens. It just doesn't feel like it while you're living it. But in that sense, I am so glad that a lot of hard times so far have passed. I am excited of what is to come, and also I am, I guess, amazed that I have a son now, which is actually, I think recently it's really starting to settle in for me, or to set in, or I don't know how what the correct wording for that is, but it's just starting to set in that I actually have a son now, which is again amazing to me since I never really wanted kids to begin with. But anyway, it's amazing, and he's growing so quickly. He's already having his own little. He's developing his. I want to say attitude, but that's not what I mean. He's developing his own self. I can't think of the correct word for that, but hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to say. He has his little attitudes now. You can tell, when he's happy, when he's grumpy, etc. And, what he likes, what he prefers, what he may want. He's been, I think last time I told you guys, he's been chewing on everything. He's been still trying to stuff everything in his mouth, his whole wrist in there sometimes, which is kind of annoying because he likes to play around with his wrist in there. And when he extends his fingers in his mouth, he makes himself gag, which is not so great especially when he just eats, or if he just ate since. Sometimes, he will make himself throw up, which is not so great. Right now, he went through the whole phase of rolling, so he can roll from his back, to his tummy, and from his tummy to his back. So once he learned that, once he got that, he stopped doing it. So now his thing has been reaching down to his toes, like while he's laying down, he reaches his feet, or he brings his feet up, catches them, and he's trying to stuff them in his mouth. Now he's really close. Sometimes he can do it, but I think he needs a little bit more practice before he can actually try to stuff the whole foot in his mouth. But that's his thing right now. And also the other thing he's been doing lately is sticking out his tongue. So he's been sticking out his tongue a lot, blowing bubbles, like spit bubbles, and also making, or I guess experimenting with other noises he can make. So sometimes he will just out of the blue just scream, like a scream, not because he's scared or anything, but just out of the blue he would scream, and then he would laugh, or he will also yell and he will laugh. And also the other thing he's been doing lately is I think he's learning what sounds brings us, the parents, to him, because there was this one specific way that he cries sometimes, which is not really like a cry, but it's sort of like, he's trying to fake cry. So it's not a real cry, it's a fake cry. And he's been doing that a lot lately, like a fake cry. And it's so funny because let's say he would be playing, with his toy, and then he would do the cry thing, and knowing it's a fake one, I would still come and see how he's doing, of course. But then when I come, he would be laughing, like he laughs at me, or I'm pretty sure he also laughs at my husband when he comes. But so he cries, and then when somebody comes, he laughs. So, and that makes me laugh, and which I'm okay with. So that's what he's been doing so far. He's also been trying to sit up. He does not sit unassisted yet, like sit on his own, but he's definitely been trying. He likes to jump a lot. Again, not unassisted, obviously, but if you hold him up, he likes to jump a lot. What else does he like? He likes things with lights. He has this cute little bear thing that has a little star in the tummy, and then when you press it, it has music, and the star lights up. He really likes that a lot. Okay, but anyway, things have been going pretty good. Again, in October, he will be 6 months. We will have his 6-month appointment. He will have couple shots more. Oh, and the last time he went to the doctors was for his 4 months, and I kind of felt bad because he has to get, or at least over here for us, he gets 2 shots and 1 medicine that's oral, so he has to swallow something. And the last time we were there, it was this young guy. I don't know if he was new or not, but it was like this young guy. It looked like he was in his teens. At least to me, it did. But anyway, I felt bad because, he was all happy trying to give him that oral medicine, which she did. And in the beginning, I was helping him out, making faces at Rohan. My son's name is Rohan. So, like, yum, that kind of thing. So he would just swallow it. And I didn't taste the medicine, but from what it told me that it's sweet, so it's not like it tastes so bad or anything. But, he was all fine and swallowing it at first, but then, like, in the middle of it, he threw it all up, and this was in the middle, so the guy's hand was all in him, in there and everything, and he didn't want to scare him, so he didn't, like, pull away or anything. So he ended up throwing up all over his hands, like sort of like projectile vomiting, which made me feel so bad. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's not the first time, and it probably will not be the last time. So that was a little bit funny, but it made me feel bad at the same time. What else has been happening? I mean, other than that, oh, and this may be a little odd. I don't know about you guys, those of you who have kids, or those of you who have had kids in general. Let me ask you a question. When you did have your kid or your baby, when is it that you went out? As in, maybe out to the store or out to, go browse apart. I'm not talking about doctor's appointments, but I'm talking about you going out because you want to, not because you have to, kind of thing. Because for me, again, I blame it on the winter. I'm sorry, I blame it on the summer. Since it's been so hot, weather-wise out here, I haven't really been wanting to take him out or anything. So the first outing we had, other than doctor's appointments, has been at 5 months. So it was not too long ago, actually. We went to the mall for a couple of hours, which wasn't bad. But, I mean, from what I'm part of a couple of forums, like mom forums kind of thing. And from what I've been seeing, that's pretty late, which I can understand. But I'm a homebody to begin with, I think. So not really having the need or the want to go out in general, even just me, even if I had a chance to go out on my own, I haven't really had the want or the need. So I don't know, that's pretty bad, like 5 months kind of like staying in the house. I mean, what do you guys think about that? How soon did you go out? I just want to kind of compare. I mean, does it tell something about me? What kind of a parent I will be? I don't know. And there's something else I was gonna ask you guys. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but again, he will be turning 6 months. So if any of you have any tips, if you remember, or if you are going through the same about the same timeline right now with your kids, I will definitely appreciate any tips you may have, anything about the things he may learn to do, or once he learns to crawl, etc. I mean, just any tips. Oh, I did want to ask you guys, what do you do with like a 6-month-old? Because I mean, so far we have some toys for him and stuff. We play with him, without any toys. Like we count numbers and read books and stuff like that. But sometimes I think to myself, what else do you do with them? Like, other than, I mean, sometimes I find myself doing the same stuff over and over, like repeated throughout the day, which is okay, but I mean, there has to be more out there, right? And also, sometimes I would also like leave him there to play on his own for a little bit, which I think is pretty okay too. But at times when I do that, I feel like, and I don't know if that's how it is, but I feel like he's either lonely or he's getting bored, even though he's fine playing alone. And I don't know if I should be trying to play with him or interact all the time, like nonstop all the time, or if it's okay for him to be alone sometimes. And if yes, then how long should he be alone? And you know what I mean? So some things I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure out. But again, any tips, any suggestions would be awesome. I'm looking forward to watching you guys. I still watch all of you guys, actually. I'm kind of delayed somewhat on your videos. You guys know I'm subscribed to a lot of you guys, and there's so many new people out there that I want to check out. But honestly, this last few months with my son, I've just been for a few months there. I've just stopped all the yarn stuff. Like really, I stopped watching everything. Didn't touch yarn for months. But lately, I've been trying to get back into it and have been trying to catch up and watching all of you guys again. I do miss it. I do find you guys in general are really inspiring. So, of course, I want to do more yarn stuff too, which is great. But anyway, again, thank you guys if you're still watching me too. I watch you guys still, and I will try. I think what I'm going to do is whenever I watch one of your videos, I will try to comment, just because sometimes, because I'm so backed up, also sometimes I forget which video I've watched. So some of you guys I have started to watch again from the ones I stopped, so I went backwards to start from from then and then catch up. But some of you guys I have just watched that more recent ones. I haven't gone back to to watch the past ones. So I'm in the process of doing that in general. And hopefully again I will have more time to do my own yarn stuff and post some other videos for you guys. I have not had a chance to do the Malonb video still. I'm still wanting to do that. Hopefully I can and give myself the time. So that should be the next one. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.